In this chapter, I'm going to be talking about some substitutions and some voicings of chords in the key of C sharp. For example, there are many ways we can voice chords. We can voice them, using the sevenths, using ninths, sharp nines, those kind of alterations. Now, of course, instead of playing my C major like this, normally I'll play that C major seventh. That C. And when you invert it, the voicing changes. Okay? Simple inversions. Okay? Now, something I could do to this C is add the ninth. Okay? So instead of just playing C major, I add that D sharp to get a C major ninth. Okay? A C sharp, add 9, okay? Okay. And this can take any form. I can play that C major 7th and add a 9th. So it's a C sharp major 7th with a 9th, okay? That's a voicing I can use. Now, sometimes I just play this chord like this. G sharp, C sharp, D sharp, G sharp. I'm just playing as C sharp sus2. That is C sharp, D sharp, G sharp. And then I'm adding the other G at the bottom. Hear the sound? Still a C sharp, but now I'm making it a sus2, giving it more open sound. Nice sound. So instead of just playing C sharp major 7, sometimes I can play that C sharp sus2. Now, sometimes I can also play that C sharp major 7th like this. The left is playing C and G, and the right is playing the 7th, which is C, and then the second, or the 9, which is D sharp, then F, then G sharp. Okay? Different sound. I can invert that chord. Okay? So that I have D sharp, F, G sharp, and C. Okay. Let me move to another chord. Chord number 6. I like doing some things here. Chord number 6, of course, is A sharp minor 7th. So on the left, I have A sharp and F. On the right, I have A sharp, C sharp, F, and G sharp. A sharp minor 7th. Okay. Now I can voice this chord like this. See this? So I'm actually playing a minor 9th chord. A sharp minor 9th. So I have A sharp on my left. Can even add an F, and then on the right I have G sharp, C, C sharp, and F. That's a voicing I can use for my 6th chord, which is A sharp minor 7. So instead of that, I can use that. Different sound, okay? Of course, you can invert that. Okay? So that's like an A sharp minor 9th, okay? Now, I can also voice, what other minor chord do we have? We have chord number 2, D minor 7th, D sharp minor 7th, okay? D sharp, F sharp, A sharp, and C sharp. Now instead of playing it like that, I can voice it like this. Like this. So I have a D sharp minor 9th. D sharp, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, and F on the right hand. So I'm playing something like an F sharp major 7th shape with a D at the bottom. This is D sharp minor 7th. Okay. And then the next chord, which is a minor, is F. F minor 7th. F minor 7th. Now that's chord number 3. I can voice it like this. It's like an F minor 11th chord. Why 11? Because we have that A sharp, which is the 11th, okay? Or the 4th in the scale of F. Okay, so 4 is the same as 11. So we are having F sharp minor 7th, but with an 11th. So it's an F minor 11th chord, okay? So instead of just playing F minor 7th, you can play F minor 11th. And remember, you can use different inversions. Okay, I can even voice it like this. I just have D sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and D sharp. Same chord. Right? Okay, another chord, and what we can do, other situation is like when I'm playing the 5, that G sharp major, sometimes we play it as G sharp dominant 7th, or I can just play it like this, like a G sharp sus4, G sharp, C sharp, D sharp, and another G sharp on top. And remember, you can invert this however you want. Now, let me talk about some substitutions. Another way to look at it is think in terms of substitutions. For example, sometimes when I'm playing a G sharp on the right, I will play F sharp diminished 7th. That means I'm playing a 5 on the left, but the right is playing a 4 as a diminished 7th chord. See that? Na na. Na 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 na. See, that's just a progression, a worship movement that can apply that chord, especially at the end of the phrase. Okay, see that? Another substitution I like doing, I can substitute this. Instead of playing this A sharp minor 7th, I can play this substitution G sharp diminished 7th. So instead of playing the 6, I play the 5 as a diminished 7th chord. See that? So the same thing here, instead of playing the 5, I play the 4 as a diminished 7th, a whole step away. So the same thing here, instead of playing the 6, I go down a whole step to 5 and play it as a diminished 7th chord. Right? So instead of playing that A sharp minor 7th, I can play that substitution, and I can use any inversion I want. Okay? See that? D sharp minor 7th voicing, G sharp voicing with the F sharp diminished 1, C sharp major 7th, G sharp diminished 7th replacing the A sharp minor 7th, then that voicing of D sharp minor. See, I'm using those substitutions and voicings. So na, 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 na. Na 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 na. 1 to 6 and then to 2, D minor 7th with the 9th. Na 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 na. F diminished 7, substituting G sharp major. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Inverted, just invert. Na, 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 C sharp major 7. Na, 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 na. Now these things you can apply in any song, okay? Just know what you are substituting for what, how you're voicing your chords to make them sound, a little bit more colorful.